Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to DRC GT4 World Series. I am your commentator, Deflington, as always, and we are back for round two here at Daytona. How's everyone doing? Welcome back. I was meant to be having a co-commentator today, but everyone I asked was unavailable. So I'm on my own again, but from next week onwards, I will have a co-commentator joining me. So yeah, we are going to be having our second round here after our first very successful round at the Road America. I could tell you the results of Road America if you weren't here last week. So we had our first victor, which was, just getting the standings up now, it was Scrub picking up the first victory for Audi Sport Scrub Racing, followed by Edgin and then Raid. And your constructors' team standings look like this: BMW Gold Stripe on 28 points, Sainsbury's Motorsport on 27 points, and then in third on 26 points. Oreen, I can't say that name, I do apologise, are in Motorsport. Anyway, in third place. So we move on today from Road America just across to Daytona. We stick in our American portion of the championship, as we are looking to get started very shortly. So just to remind everyone how this is going to go, we have our World Series going on at the moment. We are currently in the American portion of the World Series. Um, Started with Road America last Saturday, and will finish in Road Atlanta on 6th of May. That will be our American portion of the championship done, and then we'll go on to the Asian, Australian, British, European, and Middle Eastern slash African portion of the championship to finish off not until January. So you have to stick around until January to find out more and see how this all goes down. So we're just running a quick practice session at the moment, which I will get on screen for everyone fairly shortly, so everyone can see what is going on. So just update on how obviously the audio is. Tell me if it's too loud, tell me if it's too quiet, tell me if I'm too loud, tell me if I'm too quiet. A few things on the track itself, you should be able to see it on screen now. Like there was last week at Road America, there is a bit of ambient sound, that being a very loud helicopter going through the banked section of the track. If we're on board, you won't hear it. If we're off board, you will. So just be aware that helicopter I can't turn down without turning down everything else. So I will try and go on to onboard when we get to the helicopter, but I can't promise anything. But yeah, road. So let's talk about Daytona then. Daytona, we are running the road part of the circuit, so we're just right on board here at the moment. Oops, sorry, I clicked off the screen, so that is why that hasn't gone there. So the road part of the circuit is got 12 turns and this lovely banked section of the circuit. We are running the bus stop chicane as well, or just the bus stop as it called on my map. So drivers will have to slow, good overtaking spot into the bus stop. You can ride over those curbs, which you can see Jeremy XP did to a moderate degree, didn't do it fantastically on the exit. And then to the final banked bit of the circuit, turn 12, before heading to the line. So I've been given a bit of inside information on who we could see possibly picking up the victory here in this race. Scrub, obviously our last race winner around here, said he wasn't feeling too confident going into this weekend. So it's going to be interesting to see where he can put his car. Obviously driving that lovely Audi livery with the DRC on top. He says he doesn't feel confident he can pick up the victory here. Possibly going for victors either being Vlad or, I believe, I don't remember who the other person was. He said Vlad and someone else could win the race. I can't remember who the second person was. Literally told me like 5 seconds ago, but never mind. So yeah, you should be able to hear the sounds of the engines. I know that was a complaint from last weekend. That's the loud helicopter. There is nothing I can do about that. I do apologise. It's annoying for me as well. I imagine it's annoying for you. But you should be able to hear the engine noises and this lovely track running at night time. I'm really glad we're running the race at night. It just looks so much better than running it during the day. So right now our fastest lap so far is a 1:54.5, set by Morris. Morris, there he is, driving that lovely McLaren Golf livery. Norris will be looking to pick couple of his performances from last weekend, he did actually do quite well. He put it on the front row alongside Edgin, but didn't go anywhere off the line, and basically just stood there, and that was very, very bad indeed for him. So hopefully everyone can hear me okay and the audio is running fine. You also won't be able to see the mouse on screen this week. I've turned that off. So you won't be able to see me clicking around and things if I need to change anything around. You will obviously see the pop-ups come up, but you won't see me clicking around. So Morris is still putting a lap in at the moment, running over that curb on the left-hand side, running wide there, but he does actually uplearn, give you a bit of speed. I've been given some information on the track, so I know exactly how the driver should be driving it. This is from Vlad. Morris looking very good right now around this circuit. I think this was one of the people Scrub told me to keep an eye on. I just remembered, actually, indeed. But he is running very much in front of the pack at the moment. Almost 4 tenths ahead of Edgin. And this is only in practice, not even into the qualifying yet. We'll see how the qualifying goes. We do have the qualifying position today, and then an 18-lap race, so longer than Road America was. I believe it's a shorter lap than Road America was. Here comes Morris now. Can he improve on his own time? He can't. He's 2 tenths down on his previous time. As Scrubber Man, who said he wasn't confident, puts in the fastest lap in practice. Obviously, this doesn't go towards anything other than just being practice. Raid's another one looking decent. Currently P7. Racing Mouse currently P4. Lovely roar on this engine indeed. On the Subaru with a lovely anime livery on that car. Can't deny, I do like that quite a lot. Vlad having issue loading in to the game, which isn't good because Vlad, as I said at the top of the broadcast, apparently a favourite to win this race. He can't get in at the moment. We are expected to have 22 drivers for the race today. And there is the loud helicopter again. We'll just go on board so you don't hear it. And the car is actually louder than the helicopter is. I just thought of this. But to be fair, would you rather hear this car sound or the helicopter sound? I don't know what I'd rather hear. So practice should be coming to an end shortly here, and we will be getting into qualifying. So yeah, 18-minute qualifying and then an 18-lap race. Still waiting on a few people to join in, and then we will be getting started. As Racing Mouse goes off here, and he just parks it on the exit. 30 seconds left in the session. Morris has gone fastest. Raid is currently out a lap in his Vodafone McLaren livery. Normally Vlad would be driving with them as well, but Vlad's still struggling to get into the game, I believe. I would pray he gets in, because it'd be a shame he missed out. And Raid can't improve his lap time. Practice session is over now, as Morris is still out on track, but he is the fastest driver as it stands, with Scrub and Edgin behind him. into qualifying. Morris looks to be the favourite for pole position. Not the only one, there's not a lot in it between the top three. Scrub just behind him as well. Still no Vlad in the session. He's still not in yet. So I wonder if he will get in at all. We do hope he can join. But if he can't, then maybe he can come join me in here. If he can't get in, he's welcome to come in. Of course he is. Wait for Morris and people to jump off the pit, probably just stalling for time so we can maybe get people back in. That's the hope. It's only 18 so far, slightly less than we had last week. "15-minute load time minimum, lol." Wow. Well, that's an interesting thing. Glad having some real fun times here before our Daytona race. Jacob still out on the track. We still wait for practice to come to an end and qualifying to begin. I'm sure I'll get an update soon on stuff happening. Jacob now just going around the bank session right on board with his lovely Mercedes. Section before heading into the bus stop. He's gone very deep into the bus stop and he's definitely lost the car. He's still held it, but he's definitely lost him time. Not really improving his time from there. Crossing the line with a with a bit of flurry as well. Just waiting to see what is going to be happening. Haven't had any confirmation of anything, any restarts or anything, so I think we're going to be getting into qualifying in a second. So we're just going to watch Jacob do a few interesting movements, I think is probably the best thing to say. And there we go. Oh, that's not good. Why has that happened? Why has it suddenly gone sunny? What? Game, you were just running it not sunny. Huh? Well, that's an interesting thing, because I set this up to not do this. But the game has decided that it... Hang on, technical difficulties, please stand by while I try and fix this problem. Why has this happened? Sorry, I'm just going to get the tech diff on the screen quickly. Why has that done that? So I'm just trying to fix this little problem. Why has this gone to... I literally have the right thing on. It shouldn't be this. Well, assume because people are disconnecting, there is an issue not just for myself, but with other people. So give me a few seconds while this gets restarted. Is this an issue with everyone, not just with me? Server restart. Is the server restart for the lack of the fact it's not sunny, or the fact that it's thing? Because it's definitely not my problem. I don't think that should be set up properly. Sorry everyone about this. I don't think this is my fault. Ah, thank you, Digital Racing Championship, for updating me. That's not my fault. I was 100% sure I did everything correct. I was slightly worried that I was going to get shouted at for not doing it correctly, but no, it was just some server settings. Once again, not my problem. But I'm just loading back in for everyone. The server just had to have a quick restart to fix the issues with the fact that it was daytime and not nighttime, and I think it has been fixed now, and it has been fixed. Lovely, lovely, jubbly. So I just got to wait for someone to head out. Obviously, I'm not in the race. I'm just currently looking at the thing. And that's a helicopter. You don't want to be hearing that while we wait. Because that helicopter is very annoying and loud. So we're back in the practice session. We're just waiting for everyone to rejoin so we can get underway. I do apologise once again. Technical difficulties are a thing that happens, especially on Assetto Corsa. They can be incredibly buggy because of the amount of mods that stuff does. It's a really, yeah, it's a really difficult thing to set up. So don't blame anyone, blame the game. So still just waiting on a few people um, to rejoin the session. And when the session gets restarted, I will let everybody know, and we will get underway. Someone's driven past me. I think we are still waiting on a confirmation of a qualifying restart. As obviously we had that issue with the fact that the track was bright instead of being dark. It's okay, Vlad. It's okay. We'll we won't blame you at all. Everyone blame Vlad in chat. This is not my fault. I'm doing my best to entertain. It's a technical difficulty screen. There's not really a lot I can do. Shame on Vlad. Yeah, everyone shame him for having a broken Assetto Corsa or something. So yeah, everyone must stay in the pit lane, even though some people are asking in chat. In not the chat, Twitch chat, in the Discord chat. It was told to everyone, but some people don't listen. It's not their faults. Piss. I've dropped my phone now. Everything's gone right today, guys. Do, 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 do. I could do some humming. That'll probably be more entertaining than the technical difficulty screen. Yeah, sorry everyone about this. I do apologise. Someone's flashing their lights at me. The stream can't see this, whoever's doing that. Bang, badang, bang, 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 badang, bang, bang. So we're still waiting on Vlad the Meat Man to join. Having a few issues, just a few. Um, I think what's the issue here is, and I think chat would agree with me, is I think this is a skill issue from Vlad. He is really having that skill problem right now. And you know, some of us just don't have it. Some of us don't have that ability to not have a skill issue, and we do apologize for this. It's just nothing we can do. And you know, he was a favourite for the race, and now he's lost it. It definitely, yes, I agree. It's definitely a skill issue. Can't be anything else. Vlad is letting the team down. He is. He is really letting the team down. A team has been let down by Vlad today. I want everyone to know this. Even if Vlad gets in and wins this race, you know, even if he does, he doesn't deserve the victory because everyone else has used their time to wait for him to get in. Yeah, you know what, Vlad? I'm not even upset. I'm just disappointed in you. That's all it is. I'm disappointed in you, Vlad. You're better than this. You're better than this, Vlad. Right, there's not really a lot else to talk about, everyone. I hope everyone enjoyed the podcast we did. I don't know if everyone checked that. Also, I'll have to talk about this on the podcast as well. This will make a great talking point. Um, but yeah, well, it was good. I don't know if you listened to it on Spotify. You can listen to it now. Um, it's probably on. Yeah, I think it's DRC podcast something on Spotify. That's a good link. There's probably links in Twitch or something. If not, you can check us out on the Discord that's on screen right now. Check out our Instagram, our YouTube channel, and probably other social medias we have. Um, I'm really good at shilling stuff, guys. Vlad, stop blaming the game. A good workman doesn't blame his tools, Vlad. The only tool here, my friend, is you. Understand. Recognize. There is still an issue. It's still daytime on track. So it looks like will be running on a day track because official word come up from higher up is this. Look, I'm quoting now. I don't care at this point, which you know what, understandable. We've it's Daytona. That's great. I like that joke. Good job, Raid. That was for good. I'll use that one. Um, Vlad's in. Everyone's in. We are back for qualifying here, and I will finally get you back on screen, everyone. There you go. Look at this. We're back. We're back. We're officially back. We should be. There you go. So, into qualifying then. First qualifying session around this track. Second qualifying session of the year. And Morris is the one leading the way. He was leading the way in the practice session, what was probably about half an hour ago, actually, to be honest with you. But we are finally going to get underway here. So obviously now, you know, this could play with the driver's head. Everyone's been practicing at night time. It's been a night race every time they've been practicing. So how is this going to mess with the crowds, not the crowds, with the driver's head? It could completely change the outcome of this race. Or it could change absolutely nothing and it won't matter either way. But we're going to find out very shortly. Morris currently on his out lap. And we will take you around a flying lap with Morris. Maybe riding in the passenger seat if I can find that view. There you go. Riding the view on the passenger seat. It's a good view, this, actually. Just look at this bank circuit. It's brilliant. So Morris just coming up to start, I believe, his first flying lap here. And he will start his first flying lap heading towards turn 1. Now you got to miss the cones, obviously. Keep it on the left-hand side, close to the grass. Then you're going to run on that curb on the right-hand side. Heading through turn 2 now. Keeping it very nice and neat here for the international horseshoe for turn 3. Just missing the apex there. He's a bit slow through that corner, but he's just settled himself nicely out of it. Accelerating down the back straight. The first of many back straights into the turn 4 left-hander. Keeping the power down for the turn 5 hairpin. Sets it up nicely. Accelerating on the exit. Heading down towards turn 6 here. Keeping the cones on our right-hand side. Running wide nicely. And running extremely wide, but getting a good exit out of the corner. That's exactly what he wanted. And now onto the first banked section, turn 7. See, look at the bank on this. We see cars going wheel to wheel here later today. We have a very entertaining race indeed. Striker is also in round. We have every driver in, I believe, all the way through turn 7 now. We're going to head towards the turn 8, 9, 10 and 11 bus stop. So you want to aim over the curbs as hard as you possibly can. Morris has done that perfectly there, ridden them really well. And now for the turn 11 and heading into turn 12, final banked section of the circuit. This is full throttle now from Morris. He doesn't want to let go until he hits the line. We can see what lap time they will be chasing. So Morris now coming up towards the line. This is to set the first lap time of the session, and it's a 1:54.7. Stelio next to cross the line. What lap time is he going to do? It's a 1:56.2. And Mikel wasn't here last weekend. He is here this weekend. What time can he do? Well, his first flying lap's a 1:54.8. Scrub, he was setting the pace in practice. He wasn't too confident, he was telling me. Can he find a confident lap time to boost where he's going to start in the race? Can he jump ahead of anyone? No, he can't. Edge and jump into the front row behind him. Vlad goes 4th fastest. After all that time waiting, only 4th, Vlad. Pick up the pace, my friend. Kimirai now to set his first flying lap of the session. Jacob goes 7th fastest. Jeremy XP goes 6th fastest. Holfiller goes 9th fastest. Lucas now coming up towards the line. To set his first flying lap in a very lovely purple livery. Raid goes 8th fastest. is starting his flying lap. I've got to say, Mikel with a very respectable lap time. Currently sitting third fastest, only a few thousandths behind Edgin there. Obviously, Edgin set a dominant pole position last time out. And Mikel now looking to make a bit of chaos here by putting in a bit of a challenge for pole position. Only a tenth separate the top three, and that is exactly the kind of close racing we want. So 24 drivers are out there at the moment. They're all trying to set a lap time for pole position. It's quite the incredible spectacle seeing 24 cars out on one track. GT4 racing is genuinely incredibly exciting, and it makes my voice want to kill itself because it has to keep talking. But Vlad there, look at that, 3/10 up in the middle sector. He's coming to play now. He wants that pole position for the Sainsbury's McLaren. Go for the final banked hairpin. The helicopter's still there even in the daytime. So Vlad coming towards the line now as Morris, I think he's gone a bit faster on pole position. Can't tell though. Can Vlad though set his eyes on pole position? Mouse puts himself into fourth. Edgin puts himself into pole. Vlad puts himself on the front row. Edgin with a 1:54.2. You can never count Edgin out for pole position. He's a very quick driver in one lap pace. Jacob puts himself seventh fastest. Where can Raid jump his Vodafone McLaren up to? Is he going to be near the front row? Or is he going to be into the top 8? Let's find out with Raid's lap. Only good enough for 10th fastest, stays where he is. Scrub coming out of the pits now for his next flying lap. Mikel is also on his way out. Edgin is still out on track but not setting any sectors, neither is Vlad, who is now on the front row. Morris, on the other hand, is doing his lap as we speak. Looking to set his next lap of the session to make himself a bit more competitive towards the front. Ollie is also in. He's towards the back of the grid at the moment. Hasn't set a competitive lap time. Morris looking nice over those curbs. He's looking nice earlier in practice. He's looking nice now. Some people are in competitive positions, some people are not. The top four, though, separated by not a lot, and to be fair, when it comes to Ari, not a lot in the top five either. Here comes Morris now. I think he's pulling into the pits. Yes, he is. That is the end of his, not session, sorry, I should say, end of his laps now. Here comes Vlad riding on board with the McLaren driver. Was a favourite going into the race, called by Scrub. Certainly one of the favourites to win. He was definitely the favourite to take the longest to get into the session. But what can he do now? Can he set himself onto pole position? It's a 55.0, 8/10 down. Not good enough to improve at the moment. Mikel, on the other hand, is just warming up for his next flying lap. He is a man on a mission. First time seeing him drive here in the GT4 series in his McLaren. He's also team boss of McLaren for our F1 series coming up this weekend. Actually, tomorrow starts I think it's the start of the F1 series, if I'm correct. So let's see what Mikel can do on his flying lap attempt as we begin heading into turn 1 now. Down, he's running this track very nicely at the moment, Mikel. In a solid fourth position. Can he improve to jump into the front two? Has he got enough pace in that McLaren to maybe jump into the top 1? That would be very good indeed. That McLaren sounds really nice. I understand why you guys wanted to hear the engine sounds more. I know my voice is fantastic, but I can understand why you guys want to hear the engine sounds. Mikel, what can his first sector produce? Is it near the top? It's about second down. It's not a good first sector time for Mikel there. So we're going to have a look at other people's lap times. Ari, on the other hand, is flying. At the moment, I think Raid has improved to go 9th. Sorry, that was MKL's improved to move up the table. Oh no, Stelio, I think. Stelio improved. Are running wide of those curves, but running nicely, about 2 tenths down. He's run really wide there. Indeed, he's run basically across the grass. Can't blame him though, probably the fastest way across. Running through the bank turn of turn 12 in the lovely Daytona circuit. Ari up to the line now. Where can he set that McLaren? His teammates on the front row. Can he get anyone near that? Apparently he crossed the line. It didn't set a lap time. It's probably because it was invalidated due to him basically ignoring the circuit. Scrub sets pole position. Not confident my arse. Lying straight to my face puts it on pole position by a tenth of a second ahead of Edgen. Vlad, on the other hand, begins his flying lap. He's got a bit of traffic in front of him though, and I think he's already abandoned because he's already about a second down. Edgen is in the pits at the moment. Morris is currently still out on the track. Mikel is also still out on the track, but didn't improve his first time. I think might have been another warm-up lap, so we'll see if he can improve now. Racing Mouse running a decent qualifying session at the moment, currently in 7th. He's got a Sainsbury's livery McLaren on his inside. I believe that's Ari. Oh, no, it's not. It's Vlad. Vlad's on his inside. These two could crash into each other. It's been known to happen. So Vlad now got 2 people to chase for pole position. What's his middle sector going to be like? He's going to be down already. He was already down on his previous time, so he's not going to improve from there. Really skip over to those curves, don't you? MKL just pulling off to the side there to try and avoid certain people on a lap. Jacob right now, I think going for another flying lap. There's a few people that would want to set more credit to that. Was Captain Kami. Wasn't here last weekend, he was watching on stream, but he's now officially back in the racing seat. Currently the slowest of all the drivers so far. Probably not where he'd want to start for this Daytona I keep saying Grand Prix, it's not Grand Prix, Daytona GT4 race. Could be a bit of a mad one, 24 cars lining up on the grid, and no idea where it's all going to go. Are they all going to go into each other into turn 1? Very possibly. So Vlad pushing on his next lap, or is he going to let the car behind him pass? He's going to let the car behind him pass. Still doing out laps here, Vlad. You've got to be a bit careful, my friend. Won't have too long left to improve your lap time. You take this long to set a lap time, my friend. You want that interview. This is what all the drivers race for. They don't race for glory, they don't race for anything else. They want to be interviewed by me at the end of the day. That's why they race. That's their motivation. But anyway, Scrub still out there, trying to improve his own pole position time even more. See if he can set a competitive first sector compared to his own one. It's down by about 1.5 seconds. Not good at all. Morris, another driver looking to improve. As I said, running that McLaren Golf liveries, a couple of cars behind him. Edgen is still in the pits. I'm sure he will come out to improve his lap time. He did this last time in Road America. Didn't really come out and do another lap time, and I think he still kept pole position. Morris was on the front row last weekend, so we can see if he can put it on the front row again. And maybe he'll get off the line this time, unlike in Road America. Just shifting up through the gears here. Looking very steady on that banked bit of circuit. So here comes Morris, then we'll stick around with Morris on his next flying lap. He's currently 4th on the grid. Crosses the line to begin his lap. Takes a wide line through turn 1 to get a nice exit heading into turn 2. I believe someone has just improved their lap time. I think it's Ari's jumped into 5th fastest. So Morris now only 4th on the grid as it stands. 2 minutes 50 left in the session. A lot of people still to improve their times. People to take pole position. What's Morris's first sector going to be like? It's about 4 tenths down, almost 5 tenths down on Edgen. on scrub, which is probably the gap that he has right now. So let's see if he can improve at all. Scrub was a man that was telling me he doesn't think he can do well. He didn't think the car was set up properly for this race. Clearly, in the time it took for Vlad to load in, Scrub's become a master at the circuit, which is quite incredible when you think about it. But yeah, between the top three, a tenth of a second separates the top three. See what Morris's middle sector like. Is it competitive to challenge for that pole position? About 5 tenths down again, still missing that 5 tenths margin. Runs really wide again, but I think that is the line you take from that corner without obviously bouncing too much. Scrub is on a lap as well in his Audi. Edge at the moment still not out the pits. Maybe he won't come out and do another lap, which would mean he would be starting a minimum of P2. Vlad comes across the line, and that is the lap time we were expecting from him. Pole position at the moment, a 1:53.9. First man into the 1:53s. And that is a lap time they're all chasing now, as Scrub is the next man to come to the line. Maybe Scrub's prediction is going to be right. Maybe I will have to interview Vlad after the session. We'll find out. Here comes Scrub now. Can he get anywhere near that 53? No, it's going to be nowhere near. 55.8 at a minimum. Morris, on the other hand, has just finished a lap but didn't improve at all. Ari, Vlad's teammate, currently 5th fastest. Edgin will not be coming out again. He's only got 50 seconds on the clock. He won't get back out for another lap. He's just going to sit there in the pit lane and let the timer tick down. We'll start a minimum of 3rd on the grid. Now let's see what Vlad's teammate can do. If Vlad can put it onto pole position at a 53, can his teammate get near that? About 3 tenths down on his teammate in the first sector. That's not too bad, considering he's on a 54.6 at the moment and Vlad's on a 53.9. Don't know if anyone's going to be really realistically challenging Vlad. Michele's finished his qualifying session 7th only. Couldn't improve from there. Takami, Lucas, Londo, Thunder are also not improving their lap times. With 8 seconds left, these are the last laps that will count. People that are on fine laps right now, this is the last attempt they will get. Let's see what Ari's middle sector's like. Is it near his teammates? It's about 5 tenths down on his teammates, but it might still be good enough to improve and take him further up the leaderboard. Through the loud helicopter bend, as I'm going to call it now. Ari needs to improve a bit. Mouse can't improve, stays 6th fastest. Can Ari move himself onto that front row, or can he move himself ahead of Morris or Edgin to join his teammate nearer the front of the grid? He's got one more corner to go. Can he do it? Where is he going to put his car? He puts it 5th fastest only, couldn't improve his lap time. Now let's check in with the other drivers that could improve. Morris is pulling into the pits. He can't improve. That is his qualifying over. Scrub has also not been able to improve enough. He did improve, but not enough to take pole position. Raid is also on a lap as it stands. Can he possibly be the man to challenge the front runners? At the moment, it looks like Vlad has secured his first pole position of the GT4 series. There's only a few people that can do something about it. Raid looks like he's not one of them. A second down in the middle sector. Jacob, normally a man for qualifying. Can he put himself further up the grid? He's currently only 10th on the grid. What's times he going to do? He's only 11th, sorry, on the grid, and he will stay 11th in his Mercedes. Raid now one of the final people to finish their laps here. Can Raid put his McLaren Vodafone end further up? No, he's pulling into the pits, which will basically end the session with Vlad the Meat Man on pole position for the first time this first time. There's a few people still to finish their laps. Ollie being one of them, he stays 15th, while his teammate is on the front row. So no one else to improve. Whole filler has missed turn 1 entirely, and one of his brakes just having a bit of a cool down there. But that is qualifying over. We head into our 18 laps of Daytona. 18 laps of chaos? Let's find out in a few minutes. be a standing start like it was last weekend. Weekend? Weekend, mate. So let's see if we're going to be getting into it very shortly. I imagine we will. Imagine we're just watching some cars drive past. But yeah, so just looking at your top 10 here. Vlad on pole position with a 153.9. Then Scrub, Edgin, Morris, Ari, Racing Mouse, Mikkel, Raid, MKL, and Stelio rounds out your top 10. And then Jacob, Jeremy XP, Pockets, Fake, Ollie, Kimarai, Holfiller, Captain Kami, Lucas, W Mike, Cook, ERXC, Striker Boy, and Alonso Thunder rounds out your list in 24th. 24 drivers, 18 laps. We had some fantastic racing last weekend. Will we have some more fantastic racing? As you can actually just see, a bit of an accident going on in front of me there. I don't know who those two are. But, yeah, they're probably the only two left out on track. Still a few out on track. I think that was Fake and Jacob. It was Fake and Jacob. As Jacob is currently facing backwards. There's currently a vote going on to kick Holfiller from the session. I'm a neutral party, I'm not pressing anything. But that is the session over with, and we head into our 18-lap race now. $18 laps to go. Vlad on pole position by around 0.2 of a second. Edgin with only 2 laps. Morris also only with 2 laps. Look at the diversity we have in the top half as well. An English driver, and then an Assetto Corsa driver, then a Romanian driver, and then an American driver just in your top 4. Then we have a Dutch driver, and a Polish driver, and then we have a repeat Dutch driver. Then another Assetto Corsa driver, another Polish driver, and Italian driver. Yes, I know flags. Flags are my specialty. In the top 10. So look at the diversity we have on this grid. Got a Swedish driver in 17th, a Czech driver in 18th and 13th, a Danish driver in 14th, Canadian driver in 20th, a German driver in 19th, and another English driver, another Italian, 2 Italians, a lot of Dutch drivers as well. Well, it's not Italian. I didn't say Jacob was Italian. Well, I know he's not Italian, but it's Italian on there. You can see. Anyway. I'm not in the pits for some reason. I'm going to return to the pits. I can't return to the pits. I will return to the pits in a second, but we will get the lights underway. $18 laps. As the red lights are coming on here, and it's lights out. And we're underway for the first race round Daytona, as it's a glorious start here from Vlad. He takes the lead easily into turn 1, as all drivers are keeping out of trouble here. So we're heading down the main straight. Scrub followed by Edge and Mouse battling. Oh, there's someone backwards there. I don't know who that is. I think it's... don't know who that is. I think it's Mikkel. It's fallen down the order. Vlad is being challenged by Scrub at the start of this race. Scrub looking to dive down his inside. He goes for the move already on lap 1. He takes the lead off of Vlad, the meat man. Vlad down into second. Edge now battling Ari for 4th. Don't know who that was toward the back of the grid. We will find out shortly as the race has restarted here. Why is the race restarted? We're heading again for 5 lights. And we're underway again. And Vlad, once again, gets a good start. Scrub, once again, doesn't get the better start. As we're heading down the pit straight here. And we're back underway. There's a few people spun out at the start. They're going to be very happy with that restart. And Vlad once again keeps the lead into turn 1, followed by Scrub, Edgen, Ari, Morris, and Mikel having a much better chance here of actually getting something. Scrub taking the lead off of Vlad there, as Vlad is under increasing pressure from Edgen behind. Edgen goes for the move down the inside. He can't make the move stick. Ari trying to battle ahead. Mouse, Jacob, Morris all battling for position here. Morris has dropped a few positions at the start of the race. Jeremy XP is also putting him under pressure. Vlad re-pressurising the lead as he looks for the move ready. Can he go down the inside? Scrub takes the racing line through the corner. Vlad trying to take the overtaking line. And Edgen trying to get back past. Can he get back past here? As we're going to go right on board with him here. You can see the chaos unfolding behind you. The leaders chase each other down. There is changing in position all around. They're going to stick close to each other, but probably not go for any overtakes. I say that. Stelio looks for an overtake. Can he make one around the outside? There's a few people looking to go around the outside. Racing Mouse and MKL. Vlad being one of them. Can he go around the outside in the chicane? He takes a really wide line. He's on the grass. He's completely on the grass. And he gets a decent exit. Ari also won. Decent exit. Can he pull alongside Edgen here? He's on the lower part of the circuit, Edgen on the higher part, and Ari looks to jump into third. He does. There's a 3 wide moment behind as MKL, Racing Mouse and Morris getting involved. Scrub and Vlad battling for the lead of the race. Vlad takes the lead of the race back as Edgen looking to take back third. As his overtakes all up and down the grid, I'm trying to keep up with everything. It's impossible. It's still 3 wide here at the back. Can Morris go around the outside of all of them? He gets tagged, and he's not round. He's still going in a straight line, and it's all chaotic. There's someone off there in the background. Vlad is no longer in the lead of the race. He's dropped down a few places as well. He's dropped down a few tenths as well. Striker making up positions toward the back as well. Morris has lost a lot of positions here in this battle. This 3-way fight, he's got a McLaren on his inside of Raid. As Raid looks to go past him. Edgen now dropping back. He has to dropping back a lot of positions, so he's now down into 6th. Was in the podium at one point. He's now down into 6th, battling with Racing Mouse. He's got MKL behind him as well. Scrub's pulled out 1.2 seconds on Vlad. Mouse gets cut off there. Trying to go up on the inside, Edgen. Defending now from MKL. Don't know what's really going on with Edgen. He's lost a lot of positions and a lot of time. MKL on the inside. Jeremy's also going to find a way through. Edgen taking the high line. I don't know if it's working for him at the moment. Edgen down into 8th. He might try and get someone back though into the chicane. He brakes late. Can he find a way past? Just yet, sticking directly behind him. He's got another car looking to overtake him. Here comes Raid now on the inside lower part of the circuit once again as Jacob and Morris battle wheel to wheel. Jacob now looking to find a way past not only Edgen, but he's got past Morris. He's now going to get past Edgen. Can Morris get past Edgen as well? Edgen just dropping back. And 3 wide in front there. As it could be made 4 wide, and it will be made 4 wide. Oh, someone's backed out. Someone backed out. That did not want any part of that 4 wide moment. As Jacob has made up a lot of positions here. We're back to 3 wide. Oh, there's a big tap there between Jacob and Morris. Morris has to drop back, and Morris losing positions just like Edgen was. Raid up the inside now, and Raid keeping the battle going. The battle for lead is also on at the moment. 0.2 seconds separates Scrub and Vlad. Already 3 laps into this 18 lap race. This is rocketing by, as I thought it would, with the wheel-to-wheel action we've got going on here. Morris dived up the inside of Raid. The 2 McLarens battling here at Daytona. There's still wheel-to-wheel. Can Morris find a way round the outside? He's going to brake later. Can he get a move done? He's got to go off circuit to get it done. She gets a better exit through the corner. He's going to be up against the wall, and he's lost actually not 1 but 2 positions there as Striker and Kami are changing towards the back of the grid. making his way up through the pack as well as he looks to gain on Ari, who's currently sitting in third. As still this four-way fight for P7 continues. Can Jeremy XP get past Raid? He can't on this occasion. It's a very tight battle between these four. Actually these five, because Eden is also still involved in this fight. And he might be involved getting past Morris now. He pulls to the wide line. Can he take the widest line possible? All the way around the outside. He's taking the high road. Morris on the low road. He's going to take advantage of this one. And it's still very tight between the two. No one getting a real advantage here. Raid on the other hand, getting a real advantage on Jacob. He's on the inside now. And Jeremy XP is going to get the better exit. He's going to go all the way around the outside of both of them. And he backs out once again. He doesn't have a choice. They've both won really wide there. Jacob keeping it nice and neat. As Jeremy XP Raid swap position. Eden gets past Morris as well. Morris down into 11th. Jacob and Jeremy still battling for P7. This battle could go on all afternoon. I'll try not to keep with it all the way. Good move from Jacob there. Ray going to follow him through. He breaks late, but he's going to run really wide. It's the line to take because he gets a better exit. And he does get the better exit as suspected. But Jeremy not backing out of this fight. They're still wheel to wheel, but he might have to concede now. They do bang wheels. Raid is not a man to give up positions easily, I should know. Doesn't concede this one. It's going to allow Jacob to pull away slightly. But without that slipstream effect in front, Jacob's going to be a sitting duck for quite a while. So the slipstream effect is powerful around here. We look towards the front of the grid now. Here comes a move from Mikel. Can Mikel move himself up into the podium position here? This is for P3. He's battling with Ari. The man behind him, Racing Mouse, is also involved. Raid, on the other hand, up the inside of Jacob. Jacob takes the grass. I'm sure it's the best way through, and it's still all to play for here on lap 4. As Raid still battling along with Jeremy. Jeremy, Jacob, Edge and Morris all involved in this fight. Kimmeray not too far back either. It's Jeremy and Raid still wheel to wheel. Neither one of these two want to give up the fight. Scrub sets the fast lap of the race at 1:55.0. They are wheel to wheel, literally banging wheels as they come across the line to start their 5th lap. Or as they're getting very close now. Jeremy into P7 momentarily. Keeps the racing line. He's got someone coming up the inside. I think that's Jacob as Vlad takes the lead of the race. He guides up the inside of Scrub. Scrub looking to fight back here. I'm sure he will get an opportunity to, as it's all still changing behind us. Trying to keep up with everything here at the moment is incredibly difficult. But I feel like I'm doing a good job of trying to keep up with every bit of action that's going on. The race lead has changed even after Scrub set the fastest lap of the race. I'm sure this battle's not over as long as this battle with Jacob and Edgen's not over as well. Jacob back up the inside here. Edgen looking to find a way past. He's defended. Now he's attacking. He's defending again. And now he's attacking again. He's back up the inside himself. They're still wheel to wheel here, and these battles will never stop due to the slipstream effect. And Morris now, the man on a mission. He's got the double slipstream effect. He's got the double chance for an overtake. Here he comes, he's up the inside. Jacob wanted to move on Edge and he's not going to get one. Morris might get a double move here on Edge. Jacob looking to pick up the scraps. Morris gets the move done. Can Jacob follow him through? Not on this occasion. Aiden doing a good job of defending that apex. And Jacob just has to stick behind, but it could all change once again. As this time we look to race lead these two miles out on their own. Here comes Scrub now as they're going to come across the line to start lap 6. Scrub looking to go round the outside. Ari sets the fastest lap of the race. He's got clean air, that's probably why. He's going to catch these two very shortly. Can Scrub hold it around the outside here? They're wheel to wheel as it stands. The Audi versus the McLaren. Scrub just has to hold on to second, but will he dive up the inside? We've seen Vlad do it a few times already this afternoon. Can't do it on this occasion. Edgen now dropping behind Morris and Jacob. that battle still continues. We return to the battle at the front of the grid. Scrub versus Vlad. Lap 6 of 18 here. It's a marathon, not a sprint, even though it's 18 laps, which means it is a sprint. Scrub, having already won a race here in the GT4 Championship, he's got the experience of a race winner. Vlad, just an inexperienced man in an inexperienced world. Can he find a way to defend Scrub here on lap 6 of 18? Obviously, you want to be defending on lap 18 of 18, but he hasn't got that luxury at the moment. Can Scrub find a way past? Can he find a way past around the outside? He's being squeezed into the wall by Vlad for the bus stop. And Scrub doesn't make the move into the bus stop, but he's going to try and get a good exit. Vlad basically straight line in the bus stop, but he's what you're meant to be doing. I was told specifically exactly what you're meant to be doing. Edging up the inside now of Jacob, takes back that P10. He's into the top 10. Top 24, I believe, score points here, or is it the top 20? I'm not entirely sure, I can't remember. It's the top 24 that score points, or the top 20. It's one of those two. It's 20. Comes Scrub now, 2 tenths down, but still closing in on Vlad. Scrub knows he doesn't need to be leading the race on lap 7, he needs to be leading the race on lap 18. Because, I don't know if you know this, but if you cross the line first, you are the winner of the race. Scrub will hopefully know what he's doing as he dives up the inside. He looks to take the lead back from Vlad the Meat Man. Vlad falling down into second place. And now Scrub takes the lead on lap 7. Not heeding my warning. He's now going to defend for another 11 laps. I'm sure he'll know this. Scrub now in the best position, leading the race. MKL is putting a lot of pressure right now on Racing Mouse. There's not really a lot in it between everyone. There's some battles going on towards the back of the grid between Fake, W Mike and Cook. This is 21st, 20th and 19th. Striker Boy chasing down his next closest target of Lucas. Stelio gets past Holfiller, or does he? Holfiller still there or thereabouts, but he backs out of the corner, allowing Stelio to go in front. Jeremy XP is still another one looking to gain his position back. He's on the back of Raid at the moment. MKL now finally looking to make his first move to get past Racing Mouse. He's up the inside into the bus stop. Can he keep his position into the bus stop? He give Mouse room, but Mouse can't find a way back past him. But he will have the straight Mouse if he can find a way into turn 1. As Fake is losing out to Cook at the moment. Fake up the inside. They're still wheel to wheel. This is for 20th and 21st as we return to 2nd and 1st. Scrub and Vlad. They'll be trading positions all afternoon at this rate onto lap 8 as Scrub sets the fastest lap, but Vlad takes the lead as Racing Mouse looks to get past MKL. Racing Mouse on the outside, MKL on the inside into the braking point. Racing Mouse getting in front. Lovely move there from Racing Mouse. Edgin and Morris still battling for their positions as Scrub and Vlad still battling for the lead of the race with 10 laps to go. Oh, Scrub gets a big snap there. He takes so much curb on the inside. That was almost devastating for Scrub. He's had to lose a lot of time to Ari. This has brought Ari into play as well. If you remember, in Road America, a 2-car battle turned to a 6-car battle incredibly quickly. You can't be making any mistakes, especially around a circuit that's so reliant on having a big slipstream. You've seen the slipstream effect around here already this afternoon. And there's a back marker getting out of the way. I think that's ERXC. Yeah, just getting out of the way of the cars in front. Very good of him. We obviously had a back marker influence them last week's victory points. I thought that was Striker Boy. Striker Boy this weekend, though, running in 18th. So Vlad pulled out a bit of a gap now due to Scrub's little mistake. Kimurai and Stelio still battling for P13 and P12 respectively. Kimurai on the rear now of Stelio. Can he find a way past? Is there an opportunity to take back that 13th place that 12th place for Kimurai? Can he find a way around the outside? The two McLarens battling it out. for position. Kimirai into the break zone. He'll only have the outside line. Steelo with the inside. Oh, they bang wheels. There's a bit more than banging wheels. They bang cars there. And Kimirai really forced out of an opportunity of a move. Edgen, on the other hand, always a man looking for an opportunity. He may get the opportunity for a move on Morris into turn 1, 4/10s back now, as Ari sets another fast lap of the race, and maybe Ari and Vlad are working a bit together here. Teammates, of course, both running that Sainsbury's livery. As Edgen not close enough for a move. Holford, on the other hand, is close enough to, sorry, loses out to Kimirai, I think. That's Kimirai, sorry. Kimirai was losing out to Holford there in a second. And Scrub has regained his advantage that he had on Ari before his little snap, as he looks to chase down the race leader once again. Holfiller now is going to get past Kimirai here. Kimirai really dropping back after his little incident with Steelo. That will be investigated, I'm sure, by the stewards if he wants it to be. Kimirai is going to run out of road. And he has run out of road. Sorry, Holford is going to run out of road. He's going to dive up the inside again. Can't find the space. But meanwhile, the race lead looks to be changing hands once again. The Scrub getting a good run here on Vlad. We're going to head into the chicane once again. Vlad, the leading Scrub, on lap 9 of 18. Now it's going to be Scrub leading Vlad. Or is it? They're going to go into the chicane side by side. A little tap from Scrub to let him know he's there. And Scrub makes his way past. He would have made the way through no matter what. That's just a racing incident between those two. I wouldn't even say it's that. Just a little tap. It's always going to happen. 2 into 1. This battle has brought Ari into play. He'll be licking his lips at this battle as Vlad gets past Scrub down the inside. And Scrub now back into a slipstream. Ari got the slipstream of both of them now. Scrub once again. Can he find a way through? Alonso Thunder is out of the race, disconnected from the server. Can Scrub find a way around the outside? He's broke so late. He's made that move look so easy, and he's still wheel to wheel with him. Ari's right behind them as well. I think Ari might have even tapped his teammate there. Always Vlad is forced off the road by Scrub there. And I think Scrub realises that. And he's got 2 cars now running the same livery, running the same car, battling behind him. He's got a real fight on his hands as Vlad lets his teammate past. And Vlad now behind Ari. Ari now tasked with taking down Scrub. Scrub maybe a bit naughty there, pushed him on the apex. I'm going to see if that's going to be investigated by the stewards. I'm sure Vlad won't be entirely happy with that. But don't know, if just hard racing. We'll see what comes of it. 8 laps to go. Ari really struggling to keep up with Scrub. Will it allow Vlad to go back past him here? 2 liveries battling each other out, 2 teammates battling each other out. Oh, Vlad can't find a way past. He's losing time though. Scrub is pulling away. He needs to get back past him here. I think they're going to do it into the chicane. Vlad going to retake 2nd place. He's taken a lot of curb there. Ari's run wide because of it. Vlad back into 2nd place. He's got 1.5 seconds now to Scrub. Scrub will be very happy seeing what's going on behind him. And we'll see if Miguel can even catch up to this battle. Holfiller and Pockets now battling for 14th and 15th respectively. Pockets into 14th place. Holfiller down into 15th. And Edgen still chasing down Raid. This is for position. This is for 8th place. Ari still in slipstream of Vlad, as Vlad looks to regain his slipstream he had on Scrub. Obviously the late braking of Scrub into turn 1 was legendary, but Vlad also a man who likes a bit of late braking, and he's now back into less than a second of Scrub as fake Striker Boy. Battle into the chicane, Striker now down into 20th. So Vlad within 1 second of the car in front, 7 laps to go. And it's still anyone's race here. If you want to join, you have to join the Discord. The Discord Discord will be on screen towards the end of the race. You can check out DRC on Discord. Check us out on YouTube as well. If you want to join in this fantastic racing we've got going on here in the GT4, as Pockets is now challenging Holefiller. This is for 13th position, as MKL is now back to challenging Racing Mouse. Can MKL find a way to get Racing Mouse? 0.3 of a second separate them. Vlad back under a second of Scrub. It's 0.8 of a second now. Scrub, a man that told me, oh, you know, I don't think I can win this weekend. Well, you're winning right now, boy. Let's see if you can keep that going. MKL round the outside of Racing Mouse. Mouse not even on at the moment on the bend. He was on the flat bit of the circuit. That's not going to get you any time. As Raid and Edgen finally begin their joust. As Edgen is on the higher bit of the circuit, Raid on the lower bit. They're still wheel to wheel. Vlad sets the fast lap of the race. The race lead will be back under battle shortly. As MKL now round the outside. Can he get Racing Mouse? Mouse breaks really late. Is it going to be too late? No, he keeps it perfectly. Raid, on the other hand, can he do the same thing as Mouse just did to defend Edgen? Absolutely he can. As Edgen stays in 9th position. Holefiller around the outside of Pockets. Can Pockets defend this well? Find out as we come towards turn 1. Holefiller on the outside line still, and I think Pockets is going to do exactly what everyone else has done, and done it very well indeed. Vlad back under a second, and with a shout of the race lead. Ari has dropped back. His opportunity for the lead of the race has gone, or has it? We're going to see. MKL 0.3 behind Racing Mouse. Edgen 0.5 behind Raid. Pockets and Holefiller still battling it out for 13th, but that's where they'll probably finish their fight. Lap 12 of 18 here, 6 laps to go. It's still anyone from the top 3 I can say could still win this race, but it's arguably right now between Vlad and Scrub. Team Vlad versus Team Scrub. At the end of the race we will have the top 3 interviewed. So stick around for that after the race. I know it's been a long one due to some people taking about 10 years to join Vlad. But anyway, he's now in and battling for the race lead. So Vlad, 0.5 of a second. We're going to keep an eye on this battle. We're going to keep an eye on this one as well. Can Edgen find a way around the outside on the higher section of the circuit? Here at Daytona, can Edgen get his way past the race leader? Round by Raid. He can't do. On the other hand, MKL can get past Racing Mouse. This time he's got the inside line and brakes perfectly to deny. Or does he? He goes really wide. He's locked up his brakes and it's allowed Mouse to go straight back into 5th place. All that hard work MKL's just done, wasted in just a second. Has dropped back a bit here. I wonder if he's made a few mistakes. Because that about 0.4 gap he did have on Scrub. He's gone back up to 1.5 seconds. He's allowed Ari to get into less than a second range. Mikkel running a great first race here for him. His GT4 debut for DRC, currently about 0.2 off a podium, but got a big enough gap to remain in 4th place. So he's just hoping on either his pure pace or some incidents behind him, or in front of him. MKL chasing down Racing Mouse. Still, Vlad really dropped back here. Scrub must have picked up the pace a bit. 1.8 seconds now the gap between the leaders. Vlad maybe just lost a bit of rhythm, lost a bit of tempo. He needs to get it back though. Lap 13 of 18, he's not going to have too many opportunities left to take back the race lead. I wonder if there's maybe possible some fuel issues going on. Maybe, so you need an amount of fuel to finish the race. That's an obvious point. Vlad has been known in the past for not fueling up correctly, as this battle between Edgen and Raid is really kicking off. Edgen tried to get past Raid. Raid wouldn't let him. He's now allowed Morris past him, and a two-way battle's turned into a three-way fight. As now Morris is involved in trying to get past Raid. This is for P8. Can Morris find a way past Raid? Raid squeezing him as much as he possibly can without putting him into the wall. Can Morris pull ahead into the braking zone, or will Raid brake incredibly late to keep ahead? Raid does brake incredibly late. Morris trying to keep it around the outside. Raid does not like going. People like going around the outside. Raid doesn't like people overtaking him. Let's be honest. Morris down the inside. Oh, there's a car stopped on circuit. What's he doing there? He's not allowed to stop there. He was stopped completely on the apex, and that absolutely almost screwed over Morris. It almost went straight into the side of him because he was trying to dive down the inside. Well, that was calamity avoided there with 4 laps to go. So Vlad 1.8 seconds down on Scrub. Not closing in enough at the moment, Vlad. He's really made a few errors. Possible errors that have cost him a race victory, as Scrub looks to be picking up a 2nd race victory, 2 in a row in the American part of the GT4 Championship. Scrub really coming alive here in GT4 cars. Morris now the leader. Sorry, Morris now in the middle of this trade between Raid and Edgin. Morris will be wanting to secure P8. Also, a shout out for Jeremy XP running a great race, currently in P7. 2.6 seconds behind MKL and Racing Mouse. MKL just dropped back a bit from Racing Mouse here. And it looks like Edge is going to put Morris under increasing pressure with a few laps to go. As the return to the front of the grid, Vlad comes across the line with Scrub still leading, lap 15 of 18. Only a few laps to go here. 3 laps left in this fascinating Daytona Grand Prix. Sorry, great Daytona race. Absolutely enjoyed every moment of it. And are we going to see another overtake here? 3 into 1, doesn't go. Can Morris find a way down? He's gone really wide. So has Raid. Can Edgin capitalise on it all? He's pushed Raid out wide. Edgin is going to get past him, or is he? Raid still gets a decent exit and pulls directly in front. Edgin's run wide. So has Morris. It's all kicking off for P8. Morris and Raid still battling. And Edgin dropping back. He thought he found a way past. He pushed Raid a bit wide, but didn't get the opportunity that he thought he had. And Edgin remained in 10th place. But once again, dropping down to about 1.9 seconds. It's a horrendous gap that he's dropped on Scrub. I wonder if the pressure is just getting to Vlad off. He is having some fuel issues here. There could be a problem with him. Like, there's a huge gap. He does occasionally claw it back, but doesn't claw it back enough. Let's see what we can do. With 3 laps to go, can Vlad possibly get back the lead of the race he had for such a long time? MKL still closing in on Racing Mouse. There's a few options to go. There's a few laps to go. I don't know who's going to make the final move. And can Vlad possibly make one left? Scrub with the fast lap of the race though. Scrub really trying to pull out his advantage. MKL on the other hand, finally making that move on Racing Mouse. He didn't get it right the first time. Will he get it right this time? He is ahead of Racing Mouse. He's got to make the move stick. And he's run again a bit wide. I think he might got a tap on the rear as well from Racing Mouse. Can MKL keep around the outside? Not on this occasion, he can't. MKL once again behind. But he dives back up the inside now. Can he find a way past MKL? MKL looking to get in front in the dying stages of the Daytona race here in GT4. MKL still wheel to wheel with Racing Mouse. Can he finally make this move stick? It's going to push him out wide. They're still battling. It's proper wheel to wheel action. This is MKL finally makes his move and finally makes it stick. He's into P5 officially now. And MKL into 5th. Racing Mouse still within a chance of taking back that position. In terms of the race lead, though, Vlad's got a lot of work to do with 2 laps to go. 1.6 seconds the gap. He's pulled away from his teammate. He hasn't got a lot of other options right now. 1.6 seconds. Racing Mouse, 5/10 of a second between MKL. Morris, 2/10 of a second now between Raid. Raid has done a fantastic job defending this position for such a large amount of this race. With 1 lap to go, lap 17 of 18. Vlad is also close the gap. We'll keep an eye on that for you as Morris finally makes his move round the outside. Now all he's got to do is keep in front of Raid into the braking zone. Oh, Raid hits him in the rear. He sends him off the circuit. And that is definitely going to be under investigation, I'm sure of it. Morris will not be happy with that antics. Raid trying to defend his position, trying to get back in position, but a blatant send into the arse of Morris. This Edgen almost sends it straight back into Morris. And Raid parking on every apex, parking at every opportunity he can. Morris alongside him here. Can he find a way around the outside? Edgen's going to look for 1-2. Raid's lost 2 positions in the matter of a couple of corners. And Raid looking to dive back up the inside. Edgen runs wide. He's run onto the grass. Raid gets back in front. But he's now down into 9th behind Morris. Vlad, on the other hand, 1.5 seconds separate the top 2. Is there one last opportunity for Vlad to take the lead of this race? He's got to get this exit completely right here. And he does take a bit more grass than you probably expect. And it's not allowing him to close in enough. Still 1.3 seconds. We're on the penultimate lap of the race here. This Daytona race has been fantastic. Vlad, Scrub have had a brilliant battle. Racing Mouse and MKL have had a brilliant battle. Raid, Edgen and Morris have had a brilliant battle. But on the final lap, Scrub starts the final lap as the leader of the race. 9/10 of a second the gap. Racing Mouse looking to get back past MKL as they begin their final lap now. These two have been battling all afternoon. And can Racing Mouse find a way past? He brakes late. He brakes late enough. He's going to get past MKL, keeps it on the inside. There's still wheel to wheel, but MKL pulls back in front. Jacobs had to pull into the pits there. He was in a good position. And Raid looking to get past Edgen. Edgen still struggling to find a way past him. In terms of the race lead here, Vlad, 1.1 seconds. I don't think it's going to be good enough to take the lead off of Scrub. Edgen and Raid are properly wheel to wheel here. And Raid really trying to defend his position. He's doing it well. Well, doing it well. Let's see what the stewards say about that, doing it well. Jeremy XP has also been involved. He's now got involved because of these two battling. He might get a chance of higher up position. In terms of the race lead, though, I don't know if Vlad's got anything left he can do. Here comes Jeremy XP to try and pick up the pieces on the final lap of the race. He's been patient. Can he get a possible last lap overtake on not only 1 but 2 cars here? There's Jeremy XP. Can he find a way past into the chicane? Mouse pulls in front of him to block him off from going into that position. Mouse looking to get past MKL. Jeremy looking to get past him. He can't do it. Vlad, on the other hand, is not going to be taking the race victory here. 1.2 seconds separate them. But Scrub, for the second time already in the GT4 Championship, in the American portion, he will see the checkered flag first and win at Daytona. Vlad takes second place. Raid and Edgen battling for position. Jeremy and Mouse battling for position. Are they going to battle over the line? Who's going to take 6th place? It could be either of them as they're going to come across the line basically together. And I think Jeremy's just pipped him by literally nothing. Can Raid and Edgen battle the same? Can Edgen get Raid? No, he can't. Edgen remains in 10th. Stelio comes home to finish 11th. Kimmerai will finish 12th. Pockets 13th. Holfiller 14th. Jacob in 15th. Whew, what a race we've had, but there is your race winner. It is Scrub, a man that told me just before we started that he didn't feel confident he could win, but he's beaten the man that he thought would win in Vlad. Ari finishes in third, and we will get these top three into their positions in just a second. But that is the end of our race, and we will call it there as we look to get our interviews on now. So I'd just like to get the top three in interviews. So Ari, Vlad, and Scrub cooldown. And I will get them in here for a quick interview for the top three. Just remind you the top three, Scrub, Vlad, and Ari are your top three finishers. So we will just wait for them to arrive. Oh, sorry, that's not actually the right screen. You're meant to be seeing this screen. There we go. So just waiting on Ari now. If he'd like an interview, I'd like him first because he obviously finished in third. I usually do 3, 2, 1. So we'll just see if we can wait on Ari for a second. But yeah, brilliant. Another brilliant race. It shows that these cars can battle wheel to wheel. Obviously, we saw some really good battles. I think the slipstream effect really helped around the banked circuit. People could take positions into turn one. A lot of places to overtake. It was very, very good. But just still waiting on Ari. So Ari isn't joining at the moment, so I will grab Vlad first. Oh, I've moved him to the wrong com box because apparently there's two com boxes now. There he is. That's the right com box. Vlad, P2. You were battling for P1 all race, but you just seem to lose out towards the end of that race. What happened, man?
I mean, gone with the contact. He has apologised just there in the comms box, but fortunately, racing is racing. I will have to report it. Because I mean, that was 100% what lost me out. Because I mean, I was alongside. We were probably going to fight for the rest of the race, but that just completely put a damper on things. Then lap after fucked up T1 because I didn't know where my breaking point was, and that was the end of it pretty much.
Yeah, it kind of messed up your rhythm, and you didn't really get back into it. You occasionally you closed down the gap, but you just seemed to have a bit on you towards the end. But obviously, yeah, if that incident happened, then that is a shame. Um, Actually, no, I caught it on stream. It did happen. I watched it happen. But anyway, P2 podium. It's not a win. I know you wanted a win, but it's still a podium finish. Even after it took you 6.5 hours to load into the session in the first place.
It
But
was worth it.
would you like to apologise to the fans, Vlad?
I'm all the tens of fans out there. I'm so sorry for the wait. Really, it's completely my bad. Yeah,
Yep, exactly. Anyway, we go to Interlagos next weekend. Our third track in the Americas. Are you looking forward to that track?
it's. I do love the track. I'm not very good at it though. I'll have to get some. I'll have to get some set of advice from Hallfiller. Actually, I need to say thanks to Hallfiller. I'd like to dedicate this P2 to Hallfiller because he helped me set up the car, which was definitely a good part responsible for consistency and pace.
Nice.
So
Well,
thanks all.
well done, Vlad. Is just to confirm something, Ari is your teammate, right?
Yes.
Okay, so your teammate also, so double podium is good.
Yeah.
That's a good thing. Well, thank you, Vlad, for joining me. Hopefully we'll speak to you in Interlagos. Um,
Hopefully.
and hopefully it won't be at 8:30 at night because you've taken so long.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and get this fixed. I don't know
Th
what to do. I've done everything I can at
That'd
this
be great.
point,
That'd
but
be all right, Vlad. Right, thank you, man. Speak to
yeah.
you soon. So we'll bring in the third place finisher now. We'll bring in Ari.
Ah,
Ari,
hello.
how you doing, my
Yes.
friend?
Good. There
So
you go.
P3 in the end. You seem to have a one shot at taking that lead of the race, but it just seemed like the other two were a bit too fast for yourself.
Yeah. I think they've done about 10 times more laps than me.
Yes.
I did like 1 day of practice, like 10 or 15 laps in the middle of the week. Didn't return, so I'm quite happy with P3.
Yeah, no, it's very solid. You were started. I think you started P4, was it? Am I correct?
5.
P5.
P5.
Uh, Obviously we had two starts, but both starts you got much better than Edgen, jumped straight into P3.
Yeah,
And basically you
that was nice.
commanded that P3 for a while. Obviously you had Mikel breathing down your throat for a bit, but then you pulled away
Yeah,
from him.
I generally had a better exit out of the bus stop where I just
Yeah,
could put a little gap and then relax.
seen both you and Vlad had really good exits through the bus stop
Yeah,
today. So
it
did
was
you feel
nice. You
like
just
you had the race win there for a bit, or did you feel like that was just sort of
No, I just wanted to try it once, but it was never. I never really thought I could win the race. They were doing 53 in quali. Like
yeah?
my best lap before today was 55.3.
Well, that's quite the improvement to be
I
fair,
went a
considering.
second faster in the race.
Well, well done, Ari. That is your
Uh,
first podium this
and
season,
a dub for the team
and a double
with
for the
P2
team.
and 3.
That's very good. So we go to Interlagos next weekend. Are you going to
Oh,
be?
that would be great.
I think it's going to be a fun track, especially in these
It's
GT4
such a fun
cars.
track.
So yeah. So thank you, Ari, for joining us. We'll
It's
speak to you maybe in
a pleasure.
Interlagos,
Yes, hopefully.
hopefully. Well, thank you very much. And now we'll bring in your now double race winner, a man that lied to me just before we started, saying I have no chance of winning the race this afternoon. It's Scrub. How you doing, Scrub?
How you doing, mate? Yeah, I'm good. I didn't actually think I had a chance. I thought Vlad was going to run away with it, and then he kind of cocked up his turn one and sort of just opened the door and let me past.
Yeah, well, Scrub, he was in here. He did say that there was an incident between you two. If you
There
want to comment
was.
on this, the floor is open.
Yeah. No, it is on me. It wasn't intentional. It was. I could see two McLarens in my mirrors, and I was trying to give room to them both, and I just turned a little bit too much and didn't quite realise which one was alongside me. Well, I
In
didn't even realise any of them were alongside me. I thought they were both behind me.
in
Just
my
one was in the
opinion,
sweet
it's
spot.
just hard racing. It just
Yeah,
happens. But
yeah. I think it is, but if he's going to report it, I totally understand.
yeah, we'll see what the stewards say. But anyway, double race victory, two in a row now, for you. Obviously, your teammate didn't get to race, which was a bit of a shame.
Yeah,
Um,
bit of a shame. Carrying
but
out to victory each week is
exactly,
it's great and all, but it'd be nice if we could take the
take some double
constructors
points.
title. Yeah,
Did
some
you
title.
did you feel like there were some people that didn't perform as well as you expected in the race, or did you feel like it was just going to be you and Vlad for most of that race?
No, I expected the boys who had done all tons of hours to be definitely further up there. Presumably they got a bit caught up with the other drivers.
It was
Not too sure.
it was very much a if you were behind someone, you had the pace. The slipstream effect was massive around here. Basically, if you were following someone, you had the pace. But if you were on your own, you didn't really go anywhere, as it turned out to
Yeah,
be
it's probably why I couldn't pull away from Vlad
from
once I
Vlad.
did have the gap. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
I could
Um,
never get out of 2 seconds, and every time he'd catch me up in one part of the track or
yeah, he
another.
was. He was very quick through the chicane.
Hmm.
He took a lot of grass through there, but a lot of people did. Anyway, so that is our second race. We go to our third race in Interlagos. Head to Brazil for this next part. I think this is going to be an incredible race. You looking forward to this?
You know I am. It's my favorite track in the
Is
world.
well, is it your favorite track in GT4 cars
Yeah, yeah, it is.
Well,
I obviously I was part of the team that did all the testing for the various tracks that we are using.
ah,
And as soon as I found this version of Interlagos, I was hooked and have done quite a bit. So
well, are we going to make it three for three, Scrub?
I think we might.
We'll see if you can make it three for three. Well, thank you for joining us. Your race
Brilliant.
winner for Daytona specifically.
Yeah, don't even go there. We have no idea what on earth is going on with the server tonight.
It was a very fun setting up session today, that's for sure.
Yeah,
I,
yeah.
I
We hope it isn't as bad next week.
I thought when we loaded in, I thought, oh God, I've done something wrong here, and it's still gonna come back at me. But then I realized, oh no, everyone's got the same issue.
Yeah,
Um,
no, it was all of us. It is just Daytona.
it was just Daytona. Well, thank you, Scrub, for joining us anyway.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank
Take it
you.
easy now. Bye bye.
Bye. And yeah, that will be the end of our stream. Thank you all for joining us. Just to give you updates on everything that's happening on DRC. So tomorrow at 6:30 and at 6:30 on our YouTube and Twitch channels respectively, we have our first round ones of Tier 1 and Tier 2 F1 2022 World Championship. Very entertaining going on. I will be streaming Tier 1, and I believe Ollie will be streaming Tier 2. I'm not entirely sure on that. I think it's Ollie and someone else streaming, and it's me and Panda possibly doing Tier 1. So that will be at 6:30. Check that out on Twitch and YouTube, respectively. And then also come back here next week, same time, for the round 3 of the GT4 World Series America's Championship. That has been me. I'm being your commentator, Definitely10. I hope you all have enjoyed, and we will see you in the next stream. Thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.